You're giving me the ick. Like in Sarah J. Maas We Trust. The only thing that is missing is... I came out to the pool to read and there's like almost no one here. It should be a good reading session. I am on the 23rd chapter of Heir, and we're finally getting to the good parts. To be honest, there was a point there where I was just like falling asleep just a little bit, but then now the story is building. Dynamics are forming, so it's good. I realize I've been reading with this sticker. I hope that didn't bother you. I do have this on my Kindle, but I got it because it's 20% off. Duh. Although I know that Target has their 20% off sale quite frequently. I know. I just needed an excuse to buy this book. And there it goes. That was my excuse. It's done. A little scary. I apologize. No, I don't. That's just how I look. I just got out of the shower. I want to talk to you about Heir. I'm so happy that I'm finally back into this series because after Assassin's Blade, I was put in a really, really bad reading slump. I haven't heard of anyone talking about how Assassin's Blade put them in such a reading slump, and I was not expecting that. So after that book, I read like a few other books. So honestly, I forgot where the story even was by the time I started Heir again. She slowly reminds us throughout the book. So now I'm back in it. And I'm so happy because now there's like new types of characters. There's different types of beings now. Where I'm at in the book, Selena is still so depressed. She's like in her self-loathing era. So that's where this book takes us. I'm excited to see how this goes because if the book starts out with Selena being this low, I mean, like how high can her potential really get? The character development, I'm just imagining it now. It's gonna be so good. So I will update you when I get closer to the end or when I finally finish the book. We have finished Heir, and all I could say is I'm so happy again to be back in this world because Sarah J. Maas just has a way of putting the story and all of the pieces and every little detail together that is just so captivating throughout the story. For me, as soon as I finish a novel and I know I want to get back into the next book into the series, that is like such a good tell for me that I love it already. Am I biased with Sarah J. Maas? Maybe, but I'm already reading Queen of Shadows and I'm so excited to see where the story goes because there's quite a to-do list that is yet to be accomplished in this next book by the main character. So I will update you on how that goes. It feels like it has been for freaking ever since I've updated you, but I've been reading here and there in the Throne of Glass series. I'm in between trying to savor it, but then also at the same time, like I really want to know what's going to happen. I am on chapter 28 and it is getting really good. This is where I am so far. I was deciding if this is going to be a spoiler-free video or not, but if you click this video, we're already in the third or fourth book into the series. That's on you if you expected for this to be spoiler free. I want to talk to you about it. And what I want to say is Kale's being a little... That's not what I want to say. Kale is just getting really butthurt. His feelings, his true feelings are kind of showing right now. Let's just say Kale is still very hurt, but dude, we're fighting the same fight here. Why are they going against each other? Like, you're on the same side. So I'm just gonna keep on reading. I hope to at least get to 50% of the book, but honestly, it's a thick book, so we will see. Did you feel the same way about Kale? It's just crazy how I could switch up. It's crazy. I am just like, yes, Team Kale, but then now I'm like, dude, you're giving me the ick. Like, calm it down. Calm it down. All right, let's see where this goes. Well, I have finished both books and I want to talk to you about it. The story is certainly developing and it's completely different from what I thought. I really have no idea what the series was going to be about, first of all. So as soon as we started meeting new characters in this book, because this is where new people were introduced, new types of characters that were not people were introduced, I really love where the story is going. In Heir of Fire, Selena is really having a hard time with her identity and all of the things that took place in the first 3 books. She went through a lot of hardships, her friendships that got dismantled. In this book, she is kind of going through her self-loathing era. There was such a stark contrast with Selena's character here versus a new character that we meet in this book named Manon. Manon is a badass, confident, I keep wanting to say person, but she's not a person. She's a witch. Manon is such a badass character. I want to embody Manon in myself because she is honorable. She knows her worth. And she's just like a freaking leader. So it's interesting to have the striking difference between Selena and Manon. And then we also meet a character named Rowan in this book. And I feel so much more connected to Rowan than I have with any of the other male characters that I've read in this series so far. Obviously, there's a reason why. In the story, we learn so much more about her history, the lineage, what happened before Adarlan was the king. She goes through all of that, kind of coping with her losses and figuring out how to move forward. So this is kind of like a turning point in her character. Love this book. Now we get to this book. This is my favorite book in the entire series. 5 stars for this one. I think I gave this one 4.5 stars, but this one, 5 freaking stars. Oh my gosh. I feel like just as soon as I thought I knew where the story was going, I did not. I seriously have no idea where this series is gonna go just because it has evolved so much from the part 1 of Queen of Shadows. At this point, Aelin is already such a bad bitch. She is just so freaking cool. She is always 3 steps ahead of everyone. It's just really interesting to see where Selena's character developed from Heir of Fire to this. Aelin has been the best protagonist that I've read so far. Maybe Feyre, but honestly, I just love Sarah J. Maas's writing that I don't question where she's gonna take us in these novels. Plot thickens, the plot twists. At first, I was really frustrated when she finally met up with Chaol. I'm totally team Rowan. I don't care. That was my initial reaction, but then obviously as the story develops, you learn more about why Chaol is the way he is, and all of the pieces just end up combining together and it just makes sense. Again, in Sarah J. Maas we trust. The other thing is Queen Elena made an appearance in the first book. I think maybe even the second book. I don't quite remember. Where has she been? This book, there was like so many problems left and right. I seriously thought that if I was Aelin, I needed to have a planner. How does she remember who is fighting against her? How does she know which scheme she's plotting? Because there's so many moving pieces that I'm really surprised how she puts everything together and coordinates it with her court, because that's a lot to handle, and Queen Elena has been missing throughout this whole book. She is so unreliable. Is she ever gonna come back? Don't tell me. Where's Queen Elena's help? Give her another piece of jewelry, maybe earrings or something to help protect her, because there's a lot of people coming for her. Everything that I love in books are in this story. The only thing that is missing is spice. Like there's absolutely no spice. There's barely any romance, if not like maybe a little sprinkle of it, but that's not what this book is about. It's really focusing on the politics, the development of the characters, grappling with their identity, who should they really stand for, questioning what you've grown up to learn all of your life versus what's actually right. It's so good. This is an A1 novel. So I'm gonna be doing the tandem reading next. Obviously, I will be filming that. I'm really intimidated by the thought of tandem reading. I haven't done a tandem read ever. So I feel like that's gonna be fully on Kindle, because juggling 2 books is just gonna be too much. It's just simply gonna be too much. Catch me on that next video. Thank you so much for joining me here, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.